Now I should be able to send the stream to YouTube. And yes, I am. Yeah, just steal the stream time from Twitch is going to be a lot more easier. Excuse me. I wrote trails in Tribulation, not trials. Okay, just got a quick image from online. And that's a nice image, unfortunately it's not wallpaper. Yes, please switch. An image in your tab, yes. We'll get through the first case at the very least. Yeah, that's actually... But yeah, that's a JPEG too. We'll do for now. With all that being said... Oh, let's make sure everyone's good. Oh, yeah, let's go check out this. Lol. I think that's fine. Oh, I do have to... Hopefully I can just use the cursor, because that actually does. How do I... Yeah, I'm pressing... Oh. Backspace? Escape? Episode 1. Turnabout Memories. My third time playing this intro. No, they remade a lot quicker. They redone the art for this part. There's like 3 models, I think, in the original. This is 2D images. It wasn't me. I didn't. I didn't do it. 5 years earlier, Mia Fey, second trial. April 11th, 9:40 a.m. District Court Lobby. Defendant Lobby number 3. District Court, not District Lobby. That's kind of annoying. I can't use my blade controller. Phew, it's finally time. I'm kind of nervous. Ahem! Oh, Miss Grossberg. Good morning. Oh, Mia, please calm yourself. You're going to get yourself arrested for suspicious behavior, you know? What the heck are you talking about? I am relaxed, Mr. Grossberg. Look at me, I'm relaxed. Let go of my labels. You also haven't got that temperament to be a lawyer. I'm so sorry. It's just I'm so nervous today. Oh, that's right. This is your first time in the big leagues, isn't it? Well, never you fear, my dear. I, Marvin Grossberg, am at your service. Oh, hello, Dragonet. I am good today. We were playing the Bed of Breakers, and I was looking for... Because there's a decent amount of people on my stream, I thought I could continue on for a bit longer, and so I moved on to Ace Attorney, Trials and Tribulations. The reason I'm playing this one is because I've completed the other two. So, yeah, I completed the other two already. But this one, I'm only on the second case, and I still have to finish it. So, playing this, I also have Dual Destinies, and I forget the next game. And currently, the Great Ace Attorney collection is actually on sale on Fanatical. Where if you get it with another game, it's only like $6.50, and it's the cheapest it's going, like I've seen it. I probably will end up getting that. But thank you for stopping by, and how was your day? Actually, this is my second time in court. No, sorry, Mia. This is my second time in court. Hello, you surprised me. With your earnest request last night. Let me handle this case. Suddenly said. And quite forcefully, too. I just found out yesterday about the case. I mean... What? And you've already learned all the relevant facts? Well, about that, you see, I mean, of course I have, I think. Oh dear. In any case, don't let your client see you're so nervous. You see the poor young man in the pink sweater over there? That's our client. Not bad, I'm working chilling. Thanks for stopping by. If you, by the way, if you stream yourself and you want to shout out, just ask. How I know his dialogue. Puff. Okay. Good morning there, everybody. Good morning. Try to keep smiling, yeah. I just want to say, I'll give it all I got. Yep, I'll be fine. No problem. I don't stream, so no worries. And thank you for stopping by. Oh, what's wrong? Do you have a cold or something, Mr. Wright? Actually, it's Wright. Like, the Flying Brothers. People screw up all the time. And yes, I have a cold. That's what the mask is for. My doc says this way I won't give it to anyone else. Be kind to others, he says. Mr. Wright, you have nothing to fear in court today. If you are truly innocent, I promise I will save you. Please let go of my shirt. That's right, he's the one on trial, not you. He's the one who should be really... That's right, he's the one on trial, not you. He's the one who should be really nervous. Stay strong for your client, Mia. She said to herself. My name is Mia Fey. I'm still pretty new at this lawyer thing. The first time I appeared in court was a year ago. But that trial traumatized me so badly I thought I'd never set foot in another courtroom. Also, sorry, I have to double check the voice stream quality. Stream quality's going good. Another courtroom. Also, I'll double check where my head is in the blue camera. I don't think I can tell. Oh, actually, that's pretty good. It's been 1 year since then. Well, here I am again. But this time I'm going to win. For my client, for myself. April 11th, 10 a.m., District Court, Courtroom number 2. Court is not... No, hold on. What the hell voice code? Court is not... No, I think that's my bloody Von Karma voice that can't go. Court is now in session for the trial of Phoenix Wright. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. Thank you for the follow, Dragonaut. On my tablet, it's just very... The text is very tiny. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense today is Miss Mia Fey, was it? Yes, Your Honor. Is that a problem? I was under the impression... I was under the impression that Marvin Grossberg was to be the leading defense. Yes, but you see, Mr. Grossberg had been an emergency. Emergency? But isn't that him standing right there next to you? Yes, well... You're just a rookie! Are you sure you can really handle this? Don't let him scare you, Mia. Give him your toughest look. Of course, Your Honor! I think. Well, Mr. Payne, your opening statement, please. Well. I can't believe a veteran like you, me, has to spend time with this babysitting a new defense lawyer. Don't worry, little girl. It'll all be over soon. What was that all about? Is he trying to trash talk me? Now then, I'd like to proceed with a summary of events on the day in question. The incident occurred on the campus of Ivy University. The murder victim was the student named Doug Swallow. He was a fourth-year student studying pharmacology. Sounds like he's a very bright young man. Yes, well. Next, we have a photo taken at the scene of the crime. Students discovered the scene shortly after the murder. They found the victim's body. And the defendant, who had obviously bungled his getaway. Then they called the police. That certainly makes sense. The defendant looks very suspicious indeed. Very well. The court accepts this photo into the record of evidence. By the way, I can't quite tell the cause of death from this photo. Your reputation for sagacity is well earned, Your Honor. The truth is that the victim died a rather unusual death. Unusual death? What do you mean, Mr. Payne? Well, perhaps the defense would like to take this question. Huh? A simple question. I thought it might loosen you up a bit. A genteel man. I am a genteel man, if you like. I'm a what? Stand up to him, Mia. Show him what you're made of. Perfect opportunity. Well, what was it? The cause? Go on. Please say you know at least that much. I'm so sorry. I didn't get a chance to look through the whole file. Ugh. My hemorrhoids are beginning to act up. Now see here. The details of this case are filed on the court record. But you knew that already, didn't you? Ah, the court record. I think I can see that by pressing down. All the weapons we need can be found in the court record. Take a good hard look at the data there and think carefully before you answer, my dear. Yes, sir. I'll do just that. I've got to stay calm. I can't let that prosecutor get the better of me. The court record. Okay. Take a look. Just press tab. Now then, would the attorney please for the defense, please? Would the attorney for the defense please answer the question? Would the attorney for the defense please answer the question? What was the cause of death? Fatal electric shock. According to the court records, there was a fatal electric shock, in other words, electrocution. Electrocution? How could such a thing happen? Did the murderer use some kind of new, super powerful stun gun, perhaps?
The answer to that will become crystal clear as this trial progresses, Your Honor. But before that, there's one more vital issue. What's that? Why, motive, of course. Apparently, there was some bad blood between the victim and the defendant.
Bad blood?
What do you mean? Oopsie, I'm terribly sorry. You're a defense attorney, so you must know all about it. I shouldn't be stealing your spotlight like this. I really don't like this guy's smug attitude.
Exactly, yes, exactly. That's Winston Payne for. That's Winston Payne for you. He is one smooth operator, if you catch my drift. They don't call him the rookie killer for nothing, you know. Now then, let's hear from the defense. What was the source of bad blood between the victim and the defendant? And this time, I would like to see some supporting evidence.
Evidence?
Oh no. Okay, I'm forgetting play voices because I'm doing so fast now. Oh no. No need to get all worked up over this. As I said, all weapons can be found in the court record. Find the evidence you need and shove it in old Greybeard's face. Just turn into Bane. Bane. Yes, sir. Into old Greybeard's face. Mr. Grossberg. Try to set a better example for the young lady.
Yeah.
Evidence isn't only thing in the court record. People's profiles are there as well. You can toggle between profiles and evidence with tab. So be sure to go over it all. Now then, let's see what you got. What was the cause of death? The cause of bad blood between Phoenix Wright and the victim. Oh, I don't present. What? Oh, it's 80% not. The reason for the bad blood between the two of them was this woman here. Oh, okay. That's weird. Well, Hawthorne, was it?
Very good, Mr. Fay. You seem to have picked up on at least this much. This woman is the girlfriend of the defendant, Phoenix Wright. And up until 8 months ago, she was with the victim, Mr. Swallow. Clearly, she has some part to play in the story.
Oh, he's done it. He's done it again. Before the cross-examination starts, he's already got the judge thinking like he wants. Very well, Miss Fay. Please call your first witness.
If it pleases the court, the prosecution would like to call Mr. Phoenix Wright.
What? The defendant himself? Well, Miss Fay?
It's fine. After all, Mr. Wright is innocent, right? The defense has no objection.
Very well. The court calls Mr. Phoenix Wright to the witness stand. It's gonna hurt my throat tomorrow, I can tell.
Witness, please state your name and occupation. Oh, yes. My name is Felix Wright. My job is, well, right. Now I guess I'm suspect?
No, he means what you did. It means what you did before you were arrested.
Oh! I was a university student. Mr. Wright, you understand that you're suspecting the death of your fellow student, Doug Swallow. But I didn't do it! I'm innocent, I tell you! I'm telling you, I was...
Would the defendant please refrain from passing on his cold from the rest of us?
It seems the witness has something he wants to say.
Well then, Mr. Wright, please tell us about your relation to the victim.
Right away, Your Honor. Victim and I. I admit I was there, but I'm not the killer. And I did all I did was find his body. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. I never even talked to that stuck-up British wannabe.
I see. So you hardly knew the victim.
Right. Like I said, I'm not a killer. Looks like the judge understands.
You're being naive, you know. Too naive.
Huh? It seems like you've forgotten one small thing, young lady. And that would be... the witness still has to undergo something called cross-examination. Cross-examination?
He's right. And it's the defense's duty to carry out the cross-examination. The purpose is to...
The purpose?
The purpose is to determine a witness testimony contains any contradictions.
Contradictions?
If a witness is lying, their statements will conflict with the court record.
But Mr. Wright is my client.
Even if he is your client in a court, all lies must be struck down. As a lawyer, that is your duty, you see.
Did he say in that testimony just now? That there was a lie, a contradiction?
Now then, your cross-examination, if you please, Miss Fay.
Please, Mr. Wright, tell me you haven't been lying. You wouldn't do that to me, would you? When you say there, you mean the place was... the victim was murdered? Yeah, sort of. The place where something happened anyway. Something? You can't hide what happened. We have photographic evidence. Anyway, Mr. Wright, what were you doing at the scene of the crime? I thought you said you didn't know the victim, Mr. Swallow. It was just a coincidence. We bumped into each other by accident.
Coincidence, huh?
You say you found the body, so who called the police? Huh? Unfortunately, it was some of the other students that notified the police.
Our students.
That's correct. They were the witnesses. The witnesses who saw the defendant standing there, next to the body in shock.
What? Is this true, Mr. Wright? Some amount of water because it's going to struggle from.
Would you please stop sneezing every time you're in a bind? Well, it's true. I was pretty shocked when I found the body. But I... So you didn't know his face or even his name, right? Right. Well, no. That is, I mean,
So, which is it? Do you know him or not? Now see here, you can't avoid answering the question by sneezing up all day.
Well, I guess I did know his name. News to me? Why didn't you tell me that before? I heard you used to date Dolly.
Who's this Dolly person?
I guess that would be the defendant's lover, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Oh, I see. Ah, young love. So bittersweet.
That's all I knew about him.
Are they sneezing or gonna snap? I mean, I know a snap's coming. Well, my dear, do you think you can manage on your own from this point?
1 year ago, I was in the courtroom like this. I can do it. I can handle this myself.
You mustn't try to bite off more than you can chew, Maya. Yeah. Why is your sister?
I'll be fine. I know what I have to do.
Remember, you can always press him to get more information. Oh no, and one more thing. When you're going to state a contradiction, you must make sure to present some definitive proof.
Look at me one more time from the very beginning of this testimony. Mr. Wright, you stated the following in your testimony. I hardly knew the guy to begin with. That's right. I mean, why would I even... But that doesn't sound right. If you hardly knew him, then why would you say that the victim was a stuck-up British wannabe? Well, Mr. Wright? Ah, no, it wasn't me. I'm not the killer, I swear. That's right. I'll give you an opportunity to revise your testimony.
How is it you knew the victim was, as you put it, a British wannabe?
Yes, well... He was always walking around with a huge Union Jack on the back of his shirt. Did you see it at the crime scene? The Union Jack, I mean? Yes, that's right. I saw it at the crime scene. That's why I figured he must love British stuff, see? It's true, cross my heart. I swear I didn't do it. Stop saying that. It's like I'm fishier than the salmon I ate last night.
May I ask you, Miss Fane?
Yes, Your Honor. What is it now?
Who is this person anyway? This Union Jack fellow?
The Union Jack is the name of the United Kingdom's flag.
Oh, I see. So you mean like the Stars and Stripes, right?
As usual, Your Honor. Your insight astounds me. Hey, something just occurred to me. Isn't there something strange about this bit just now?
Yeah, there's a contradiction here.
It's a gross bit.
Quickly now, show that boy you mean business with evidence, I mean.
Okay, may I check the courtroom cash?
Well, my dear, do you think you can manage on your own from this point?
Yeah.
I guess he's nuts. You can't see his shirt from there.
Objection!
Quick second.
Are you certain you saw the Union Jack? Yeah, I'm sure it was right there on his back.
Miss Fay, is there some point of line to this questioning?
Your Honor, please take another look at the crime scene photos. As you can see, there's absolutely nothing on the victim's back. Hey, wait a minute! He's wearing a leather jacket! Union Jack was on the back of his t-shirt he was wearing. I was under the impression you accidentally came across the body. But if that was really the case, then you wouldn't have known that, would you? You have no idea what he's wearing underneath this jacket.
Mr. Wright, you've been lying to me.
Please forgive me.
Yeah, you've made our client cry.
Then with that P on his chest doesn't stand for Phoenix anyways.
Can't believe I trusted him. Mr. Wright was all wrong.
That was an impressive bit of cross-examination. Thank you for uncovering the defendant's lies with me. It's quite clear that this man did not simply stumble upon the scene of the crime.
Uh-oh. Did I go too far?
By the way, Mr. Wright, you seem to have a rather bad cold. Have you taken any medicine for it?
Yeah, I took some, but...
What was the medicine that you took an over-the-counter brand called Cold Killer X?
Yeah, that's right. It kills colds good.
Hey, wait a second.
How do you know I'm a big fan of Cold Killer X?
Would you happen to have that medicine with you right now?
Well, actually, I seem to have lost it somewhere. Lost it? Does this even have anything to do with the case?
Mr. Wright, shall I tell you where your cold medicine is right now?
Huh?
Your Honor, I'd like you to take another look at the photo from the crime scene.
What's this? In the victim's hand, it's... Cold Killer X!
Objection!
Yes, but even I've got a bottle of Cold Killer X in my apartment.
I'm afraid that argument won't work. There's no doubt as to who this bottle of Cold Killer X belongs to, especially since Mr. Wright's fingerprints are all over it.
What?
Sensing the murderous intent from Mr. Swallow must have picked up the bottle of medicine, dropped by Mr. Wright, and hid it in his hand. His purpose in doing so can only have been to identify his killer as Phoenix Wright.
Order in the court.
Your Honor, I'd like to present this photo as a bottle of this photo and the bottle as evidence.
Only 3 minutes, okay. Very well. The court will accept them into the record.
Also, the victim's wristwatch was broken.
Broken?
Yes, it ceased to function upon when a large wave of electricity passed through it. Mr. Wright. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have some kind of explanation for all this?
This is really bad. Oh, my buttocks. My poor hemorrhoids. What really happened? The truth is, I went because he called me. He was in the pharmacology department, so he agreed to meet at 2:45 behind that building. We talked for a bit, and then around 3 o'clock, we split up. Then later, I went back and found him lying there. I've been taking Cold Killer X for at least the last 2 to 3 days. I lost my bottle of it around the lunchtime on the day of the accident. Mr. Wright, that's completely different from the testimony you just gave previously. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I was afraid you wouldn't believe the truth.
You'll forgive me if I say I hardly find your current testimony any more credible.
Miss Fay, please begin your cross-examination.
Oh, please, Mr. Wright, don't tell any more lies. The truth is...
Oh, yeah.
Hold
Had you ever met the victim before then? No, never. But that day he called me up and told me he wanted to talk about Dolly. This Dolly person is
it's kind of embarrassing. She's my, sweetheart.
Oh! What? What was that for?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just felt like slapping something all of a sudden.
It does stop.
Sally Hawthorne was also the lover of the murder victim Doug Swallow. Before she met Mr. Wright, that is.
So it was one of those nasty love triangles, I see.
He was in the pharmacology.
Was it Mr. Swallow who indicated she made a coordinate free?
Yeah, and we were both there on right on time.
Oh, you said the victim was in the pharmacology department, correct?
Yeah, he was studying how to manufacture and improve pharmaceuticals. Everyone called him the alchemist of IVU.
An alchemist. I see.
I gotta admit, I was a little suspicious. He had a whole laboratory and everything. It was filled with chemicals and strange machines that run on high voltage electricity.
Oh ho, how fascinating. He sounds like he was quite an ambitious young man.
What do I do? I should ask him for more details. I was wondering if you could tell us a bit more about the pharmacology department. Well, okay, sure. I don't know all that much, though. A little bit earlier in your testimony, you said something interesting. You said the department uses high voltage electricity. Machines that run with high voltage electricity. That's right, and then they sure look dangerous. They use non-standard voltages, so there are voltage cables everywhere. High voltage cables. Yeah, there were electrical poles set up all around the building. The high voltage cables run overhead around the roof. Finally, I think we're getting somewhere. How do we skip so many of those points? Oh, looks... So you're absolutely certain that you met at Coeur de Free? Yeah, pretty sure. That's the time the class ends. But they're always doing experiments, so it doesn't matter much. Experiments? Yeah, those pharmacology guys are always in the lab cooking up something. Wow, it looks like he's right about the time anyway. Witness, let's go on with your testimony. So what was it you were talking about? You know, that maybe we should hang out again sometime. Hang out again sometime? I wish that were also true. So you say you went back? Yeah, that's when I found the body. Yes, but why did you go back in the first place? Were you angry of him? Well, that's right, I was. Wait a minute, you never said that. Then why, Mr. Wright? Why did you go back there? I thought maybe we could make up. I mean, he's not wrong, but... Yeah. Judging by the atmosphere, I'm pretty sure no one is buying this. It's rather unusual to catch a cold this time of year, isn't it? Yeah, I always get a little careless when the weather starts to warm up. I guess I should sleep with the window open this early in spring, huh? I suppose common sense is not always common. So, did anyone else know you were taking cold medicine? Cold medicine? Well, I always took one after meals. So I'm pretty sure all my friends knew about it. On the day of the incident, what did you do for lunch? Huh? What does that have to do with anything? You can never be too sure. I always eat with Dolly. Just the two of us. Dolly's homemade lunches are the greatest. Just the greatest. Her mini omelets are magically delicious.
Yo! Why did you punch me in the jaw?
Oh, I'm sorry. I just felt like hurting someone all of a sudden.
Jeez, what? I should finally against romantic love. I think that's enough for now. So the defendant and the victim met approximately at the time of his death. And then the defendant returned to the scene of the crime for unknown reasons.
I'm not entirely convinced by his explanation about the medicine either.
Let me be frank here, Mr. Wright. Your testimony cannot be trusted.
But what do you mean? I knew it was too much work for the little girl.
However, there is one mystery that still remains.
There is, Your Honor. There is, Your Honor?
How the murder was carried out, of course. Just how was the victim electrocuted? I don't believe the murder weapon has been produced yet, correct?
Well, that is, you are correct, Your Honor.
So how exactly was Mr. Swallow killed?
If I could establish how it was done, maybe I could still come out of this mess smelling like a rose. I do have one idea, but it would be impossible to prove it.
Liam, idea? If you have any ideas, now is the time to present them.
Mr. Grossberg?
Remember, silence is not golden. In court, anyway.
Silence is not golden, huh? Well, in that case. Your Honor?
Yes, Miss Fay?
I believe if I were to piece together everything I've heard up until now, we should be able to solve the mystery of how Mr. Swallow died.
You have a very smug grin right now. That would be most impressive.
Quite the brash statement coming from a rookie. But even a beginner like you must understand the basic rules of court. Yes. An attorney must be able to substantiate their arguments with evidence.
Huh, of course I know that. Actually, I totally forgotten about that. Now then, Miss Fay, let's see what you got. Show me how you believe the victim was electrocuted.
As for the cause of death, I'd say this picture captures it quite well.
What? But there's nothing that remotely resembles a murder weapon here. I'm afraid the defense is going to have to explain this in a bit more detail. Miss Fay, where exactly in this photo is the murder weapon?
Well, naturally, it's right here.
That's... What is that?
A severed electrical cable, I believe, Your Honor. Remember the testimony we've heard? The machines and the pharmacology students use their experiments require... The pharmacology students use in their experiments require high voltage. Is there any bloody way to... No, you can't shrink the text size. Of all things, you can't shrink the text size. I haven't saved once.
Excuse me?
And because of that, there are special high voltage cables strung up everywhere.
So then, the high voltage cable...
Yes, the high voltage cable is the cause of death. That is the most likely explanation.
That certainly does sound plausible. Well, Mr. Payne, what do you have to say about this?
Well, I believe some praise is in order. Don't toy with me, old man. Now, the victim's cause of death may indeed have been a high voltage cable. However, I want you to think about what that really implies. The only one who had an opportunity to use the cable as a murder weapon was... The defendant.
That much is certainly true.
Yes, and that's not all. We have proof. Irrefutable proof that proof that will establish Mr. Wright was the murderer.
You do? Well, what is it?
His fingerprints.
Fingerprints? You mean the defendant's fingerprints were on something besides the medicine bottle?
Let's take another look at the crime scene photo. As you can see, the victim is wearing a leather jacket. And as you know, leather holds fingerprints quite well. Ah, you mean... Yes, it was quite clearly imprinted on the victim's area, on the chest area of the victim's jacket. The palm print of the defendant's very own hand.
What?
I can only think of the one way Mr. Wright could have left a print like that. Intent on murder. He squarely pushed the victim towards the severed electrical cable.
Order! 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 That's enough! I think we can conclude there's no reason to continue with this cross-examination. Stick a fork in us, we're done.
Mr. Grossberg.
My hemorrhoids never lie. The show is over, Mia. I knew that boy was guilty the first time I saw him.
No, you're wrong. Mr. Wright is innocent.
No further evidence is required to convince me of this man's guilt.
Really? That's it? You give up? Your Honor!
At this time, I'm prepared to render a verdict in this case. You've something further to add, Miss Fay?
Is this what you want, Mr. Wright? You still haven't told us the truth. The whole truth. You don't say something now, the judge is going to hand down his verdict. But I just can't. I just can't say it. If I told you what really happened, then I'd be... It's okay, Mr. Wright. I'm your attorney. You can trust me. Miss Fay, no matter what you have to say, I believe in you. And I'll represent you to the very end. He clearly established the defendant's guilt. There's no further need for him to say anything. Wait a minute, Mr. Wright. I'll tell you what really happened. But I've already told you, Mr. Wright, there's no need for further. I did it. I admit it, I pushed him. It's my fault. My fault that Doug Swallow is dead.
That girl, you shouldn't see her anymore.
Hey, it's none of your business. I'm telling you for your sake.
If you continue to see her,
It's going to be bad news. You're lying! Just listen to me. There's something you need to know about that girl. Stop it! Don't talk about her like that.
oh, Jesus, my friend is dying from this and we're not even halfway through the fucking case. I'm trying my best. I am definitely trying my best. Oh! Yeah. What you just said, was that the truth?
Yes, I was afraid. Afraid that if I told you the truth, everyone would think I was the murderer for sure.
Well, as things currently stand, we're all absolutely convinced you are. Please! Please give me one more chance to explain. This time, I swear I'll tell the whole truth. It'll be okay, won't it, Miss Faye? I believe in you. Oh, thank you. I still can't believe it. We did push the victim. Oh, it feels like my hemorrhoids are doing the Harlem Shake. When I pushed the victim. That guy, he was talking bad about Dolly. I lost my temper and gave him a shove. At that moment, I heard some kind of loud noise. A little while after I left, I started to get worried. So I went back, but he was just lying there, dead. Well, the explanation is quite simple, really. When you pushed him, Mr. Swallow flew back and touched the electrical cable. He died from the shock, and that, as they say, is that. A simple explanation indeed. At the time of the incident, a light rain had been falling. Wet from the rain, the victim was more easily electrocuted. But when I pushed him, there weren't any electrical cables nearby. If there had been something like that, even I would have noticed. That's true. Even a doofus like him couldn't miss that. Miss Faye? Let me warn you right now that if your cross-examination doesn't yield any new facts, I intend to deliver my verdict without further delay. Are we clear on that? Yes, Your Honor. Don't give up, Mia. If he is innocent, there must be some kind of evidence somewhere that will prove it. Jeez, I don't get much to talk. With these games, I imagine people talk so much that they don't really get the... You're trying to do it alone like I am. You don't get time to talk about the play game. So I have to... Listen, I know that a decent amount... There's some people who read, just leave it on screen and they deliberate it that way, but... With the amount of people I've seen stream this game, most of them voice acted. Also kind of shame that they didn't add any of the voice. I mean, there is an anime of this. I was wondering if you could somewhat add voice, the dialogue from that into the games, but that probably won't go as well because it's probably not nearly as worthy. The exact same dialogue probably isn't present. Yes. So what kinds of things did Mr. Swallow say to you? He said all sorts of terrible things about Dolly. He said she was a bad girl. Is that all? Yep. Well, Miss Faye, you heard him for yourself. Oh boy, you're not doing yourself any favors here, Mr. Wright. Please don't make this harder for me than it already is. Anyway, after he said that, I just... Can you tell me about what happened in a little more detail? That guy, he just said what he just wanted to say to me. And then he put on the jacket he was holding and started to leave. That's when I lost my temper and flew into a furious frenzy. I just gave him a light, gentle shove to the chest. And when you did that, there was no severed cable near anywhere to be seen. Right! There was nothing like that at all. But is it possible that you merely overlooked it? Well, I guess it's possible. What are you doing? Don't let that guy steamroll over you like a cheap asphalt. I believe what's important here is the moment the push occurred. Let's continue on with the testimony, witness. At that moment... Oh, yeah. Oh. That went backward.
A loud noise? And what would you say that loud noise was, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure. But it was really loud. It was like snap! You know, come to think of it, I wonder what that was. Clearly, Your Honor, it was the sound of the victim being electrocuted.
Objection!
You're not qualified to decide that. What should I do? I'm treading on some dangerous ground here. Mr. Wright, that loud noise you heard may be extremely appalling. So try to remember what it was. How do I put it? It's like a sharp crack. Aha! Could it have been? Yes, what could it have been? Hurry up and tell us. When I pushed him, he dropped the umbrella he was holding. He fell right on top of it and it broke. That's probably the noise I heard.
An umbrella, huh? Did that umbrella belong to the victim?
Yeah, it was a plastic umbrella, cheap and frail. Kind of like the owner.
Fuck. Phoenix, come on! You don't want to be saying that when you're on trial for being a murderer. Assault? Just any kind of violence against another person. You don't want to be saying something like that. Sorry for the camera. A bit off center, is it? Yeah, a bit off center.
Then again, I wish I had any kind of umbrella. I was totally soaked to the bone.
Miss Faye? What do you think? Is there something important in that testimony just now?
What do you mean, is there something important? Yes! Well... This is it, Mia. New information you've been waiting for. Of course it's important! No! This cheap umbrella is more than important, it's vital! I want to officially have it entered into the testimony. Huh! How perfectly fitting. Flimsy information for a flimsy lawyer.
The court agrees to the defense's request. Witness, please add the bit about the cheap umbrella to your testimony.
After I shoved him, he fell down on top of his cheap umbrella.
Hold it!
So Mr. Swall fell on top of his umbrella. And you were certain of this? Yeah, it was right there under him. Actually, if it hadn't been under him, I was planning on borrowing it for myself. The umbrella, you mean? Well, yeah, you see, I was wearing this sweater here. Valley stayed up late nights at a time knitting it for me. I didn't want it to rain and dampen the handmade symbol of her love.
Oh! The stomach is not to be used for your personal soccer ball, Mia!
I'm so sorry.
Continuing with your testimony, witness.
A little while after I left, I started to get worried. So I went back, but he was just lying there, dead.
Unless we can find something that shows his innocence from that testimony, my dear, I'm afraid the judge will make his final decision with no remorse whatsoever.
Yes, sir. Right now I need more info. That info that will help me turn up some contradictions.
Hold it!
At that time, did you see anyone else at the scene of the crime? Nope, nobody. Jeez. That cough posse sound any funnier?
In that case, it's very hard to believe someone else could have been the murderer.
Well, now's the time to check the court records. Well, electric shock.
Oh boy, here's where it gets out of place, because I don't exactly know what the hell to do. Like, I've learned this from playing the free games in order. It's like sometimes what you have to select is just iffy. Shove.
Hold it!
Bollocks, I didn't press them into present. So what I think this is I think it's this one.
Objection!
Is established the defendant's line? Don't ask me, you're the one who's supposed to know. Oops, sorry. It's still all kind of new to me. Well, I've got something new to you, too. A new penalty. Objection denied. This isn't going as smoothly as I hope. Okay, so here's save state, so I can just check, when I get back to where it was, I can check all the stupid options. I love the dialogue in these games. Trying to do is, see, I presented that because it's a fatal electrical shock. He didn't present that. Is it this? Oh, is that? Oh, is the photo. Did I not present the photo? Because where he said he fell down on top of it. How could he fall down on top of it? It's not, sorry, it's not where he died.
Objection!
There we go. When you testified about the umbrella from the very beginning? Come on. If I had mentioned that, I would have been able to get the counter the prosecution's arguments earlier. But what do you mean by that? Take another look at the crime scene photo. According to Mr. Wright, the victim fell on top of his umbrella. However, if you look closely, the umbrella is nowhere near the victim. Actually, it's by the electrical pole. You're absolutely right. The conclusion here is obvious. After the defendant left, the victim moved from where he fell. In other words, after he was pushed by the defendant, Mr. Swallow was still alive. Order, order, order! The victim, he moved? Mr. Payne, what? The umbrella in this photo, where is it now?
Well, it was collected by the police at the scene of the crime scene.
I want to present it as evidence immediately.
But the umbrella could still have... But the umbrella could have simply been blown away there by the wind.
Objection!
Rain. According to the testimony, the victim fell on top of the umbrella. There's simply no way it could have been blown away by the wind.
But...
I know this amount of the umbrella seems relatively trivial, but as long as the smallest doubt remains, I cannot render a final judgment.
No!
I wish I could chat, but I can't do that right now. I think I might be a bit too loud. I must say, I still find it hard to believe. A huge hole has been blown in the prosecution's case by the defendant's testimony. Well done, Mia. Mr. Payne, what are you chuckling about?
Pardon me, Your Honor. It seems I was expecting expecting too much of a free ride. I was foolish to think I could establish guilt through cross-examination alone.
I'm afraid I don't follow what you're saying.
Let me guess.
You have another witness.
Exactly. And this witness testimony will be incontrovertible.
Well, who is this witness?
Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
Dahlia Hawthorne? You don't mean Dolly?
I do, Your Honor. The defendant's very own lover is a witness to the whole thing. That's right. She was there at the scene of the crime when the murder took place.
What?
I'm sorry to break the bad news to you, my dear.
Bad news. You couldn't be more wrong. Actually, I've been waiting for this.
You can't be serious.
What do you mean by that? I think this is a good place for us to stop at. Court will now enter a 20-minute recess. Afterwards, we will listen to the testimony of Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. Oh, diggity damn. I think my throat's gonna die. Definitely gonna be screwed up for tomorrow. Oh. 1 hour? I've been doing this for 1 hour. I've been fully talking at ends for 1 hour. Oh boy. Miss Faye, I'm sorry about what happened back there. It's alright. At least you told us the truth in the end, Mr. Wright. Yeah. So I guess I can start to relax then, huh? Relax, my boy. You can't be serious after hiding hiding such important facts.
But the next witness is my Dolly, right? She'll save me. I just know she will.
What do you think then?
Huh? What do you mean? She's the love of my life, that's why.
The love of your life? Huh. Would you mind telling me about you and Miss Dahlia Hawthorne?
Sure, no problem. Dahlia and I, we first met about 8 months ago, right here in this very courthouse. Actually, I'm starting to be a lawyer on the side. Anyway, one day, she and I just bumped into each other in the reading room downstairs. That's why I really think it was fate that really brought us... Sorry. That's why I really think it was fate that brought us together. As soon as I set my eyes on her, I knew she was the one for me. Oh, here, take a look at this. She gave this to me the day we met as a symbol of our love. She had been wearing it around her neck that day, but then she took it off. But before she gave it to me, she said, I want you to carry this.
So she gave it to you as a present, I see.
That darling little ball is filled with the memories of my darling little Dolly. It certainly is a little ball, alright? It makes me so happy. I could show it to everyone I meet.
Show it to everyone.
I want to share my happiness with the whole world. Anyway,
So after that, you and Miss Hawthorne started dating?
yeah, but she's so shy. Every time I see her, she always says the same thing to me. Please give it back now.
What a strange girl asking for a present back like that. By the way, Mr. Wright, the day you first met Dahlia Hawthorne 8 months ago, what happened to be the 27th of August, was it?
Huh? Yeah, it was. But how did you...
This happened on the 27th of August, right here in this courthouse.
What's this? A newspaper clipping?
Let's see. Murder in the courthouse. Murder? What are you reading there? Let me see that. Oh, I see. Yeah. I think I understand what you're trying to say. I think I understand why you suddenly took such a keen interest in this case. You believe there is some connection between these two cases, am I correct? I hope you don't mind, Mr. Grossberg. I hope you don't mind, Mr. Grossberg. I need to finish this myself. Ah, yes, but I'm afraid what you have will not be enough, my dear. I'll go and look in... I'll go and have a look in the downstairs reading room. and see what else I can find. Thank you. I want to do whatever I can to be of help with you, Mia. But looks like recess is about over. We'd all better get moving. They're all get moving. I guess so. That recess sure seemed longer than 20 minutes, though. Jeez, I'm amazed that it took about an hour to read all that. Yes. I am pondering if I should continue, though. My throat is already feeling a bit jammed, and I was streaming since 3 hours ago. Right. I think I should, for the sake. Okay. Yep. Nope. Nope. Don't. I'm not gonna chance it. Like right at the back of my throat, it's actually painful right now. So I think I should move on to something else. Like move on to streaming something else. Not streaming something. Sorry, ending stream. So I don't screw up my voice. But it's definitely nice to finally get back in Ace Attorney. Like I've been playing this on my mobile, and the way I used to play is I used to play in between trips. But now it's unfortunately a case. So I use my phone very sparingly to play games at this point. So I never just sit down and play this game anymore. But I got through the first 2 games like that. I actually do prefer the DS art to the HD remakes, the HD arts, but that's neither here nor there. I think there is a bit more detail on the original artwork, though. It's a bit off center. But yeah, I think if I try to keep going, well, after a brief reprieve, it's not too bad. I'm pondering. I could try and keep going, but I know at the very least it's going to be another hour of trying to voice act this. One must ponder. I think I will stop for now. What do we have as raid targets? Dear Lord, my voice. Not to Destiny. Oh, Destiny. I could read Destiny. Or Pick Lights. There's a decent amount of people on stream tonight. Origin. I think, is Nemi a good choice? I think Nemi might be a good choice. I also have a few people on the lower end. I think I owe Nemi one. Oh, and she started just recently as well. So yeah. Give a shout out, but we won't be able to see it. Okay. But overall, good stream today. I'm glad I kept it up for going for so long. You know, and I know that blaze shadow thing doesn't work, so I'm not bother with it. So, well, that again, like, there's a sore spot in my throat, and I do feel like if I really try to push it for like another hour, like, because I streamed the breakers beforehand, if I try to push it for another hour, it's going to destroy my throat. But yeah, I'm glad so many people stopped by today. Oh, drat! Yeah. Oh I'll write this person. Child is intended for my eyes. With all that being said, I know there isn't many people, but thank you for everyone who stopped by today, or for the Breakers or for Ace Attorney. I might actually continue Ace Attorney at sparingly, like whenever I feel like I have nothing else to do and I need something to yammer on about. Again, like I can't say, let's face it, I can't say much during Ace Attorney because number one, I'm talking the whole way through it, so I hope that people enjoy my performances because that's all you're going to mainly get out of it. And also there isn't much to be said. Like, until I get to new content, I don't think I'm gonna have many words on it. Like, I've forgotten some of the dialogue, but I know the big points. Like, I've played through this particular case twice already, because I had to get back to the first one again. Yeah. So, yeah. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed the rest of your day. And this is Game Guy's here turn off his PC. See ya.